Greetings! Welcome to Filmgazers, a podcast focusing on the science fiction, horror, fantasy trinity, and 20th century entertainment. I'm Steph.
I'm Jess. We're cousins / besties. Join us as we reminisce, discuss, and review films from our childhood.
Meowdy.
Meowdy.
How's everything going?
It's going.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you in person.
It is, yeah, it is. We occasionally record now.
Remotely.
Well, I'd say probably more than occasionally sometimes. It's kind of been more of what we've been doing. So now it's a little more rare when we get together.
It is, because life be lifing'.
Yep, that's true. We are in to the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
We are finishing up our theme, which is...
Are you there, aliens? It's us, Filmgazers.
And we've had a lot of fun with it. I think it's funny, too, that we chose basically movies that are incredibly similar,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and kind of based on a lot of the same idea
Yes.
a little bit. So, with that, what have you been watching and what have you been doing?
Still working on Cold Case Files.
Nice.
It's just, I don't know, it's just, it's like SVU kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just nice background
Yeah.
stuff to have on.
Which I don't think most people are like, SVU's not
Nice background. I don't know why it's so comforting to me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyways, so we've been watching that. Just me. I actually watched Ratatouille twice this week. I don't even remember what day it was, but me and Gabe watched Ratatouille together, and it had been a long time since I watched it, and I was like, oh, haha. And he was like, I just don't know why you don't like this movie, because he loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of his top favorite Pixar movies.
Aw.
And I've never liked it because I just think the idea of him controlling him through pulling on his hair is so fucking stupid.
Fucking dumb kids
I'm like,
movie.
dumb. Just so dumb. Like, if he was, like, whispering in his ear through the hat or something, maybe, or coming up through his collar and be like, hey, there's nothing you should do. I don't know anything, but, like, pulling your hair like you're a little marionette.
He's like a little puppet.
Yeah, I just think it's dumb.
I don't know, you, like a tiny little mouse pulling on a couple of strands of my hair isn't going to tell me what spices I need to put in there.
Oh, because he, like, controls him like this. Like, he pulls on his hair like
I know,
this,
because
like...
I've only seen it once, too, and I was like, this is dumb. I thought the same thing. You're not alone. It's not one I preferred
Gabe
either.
Gets so offended.
I mean, I did like it still. Like, I was like, I'll suspend my disbelief.
Yes, that's that's how I feel now. Yeah. I'm like, it's whatever. Like, I like the ambiance. Mm-hmm. I like the French vibe.
Yes.
I like the kitchen atmosphere.
Everyone can cook.
Yes.
You know, like, I love that.
Yeah. And then, so last night, my mom had surgery on her hip. So she can't drive yet, and I have stairs at my house, so she can't climb upstairs yet. So we usually do Friday pizza and a movie. So me and Gabe went to her last night to watch a movie and bring the pizza to her.
Nice.
So we were like, oh, pick out whatever you want to watch. We'll watch it. It's fine. And he picked out Ratatouille.
Like twice in 1 week.
I was like, oh, again? Okay. And he was like, it gives me nostalgia to watch it over here at Granny's house.
Oh.
Because he used to watch it there all the time.
That's really sweet.
I know. I was like, oh, that's cute. I get it.
Nice. So you guys had a nice little pizza movie night. Mm-hmm. Adorable.
Yeah.
So besides watching Ratatouille twice and Cold Case Files...
I finished my audiobook that I was listening to, the
Lost...
Little Shop of Found Things.
Yes, okay, Found Things, not Lost Things.
Not Lost Things.
Found Things.
Found Things, yes. They might be lost, but they're found now.
I still remember you describing this book plot, and then, like, the more and more it escalates.
You're like, oh.
You're like, and then they go back in time. So, yeah, how did you end up liking it?
I loved
overall?
it. Like,
Nice.
I was like, oh, man, they don't have the rest of the series at for the audio, or in general on my library app. So I don't know. I might. I think I might have found it on Amazon for $4 for like the actual physical book.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
We actually just bought a book off of Amazon. We were searching for, because I had finished that one audiobook, The Haunting of Hill House. I had finished that, and then Andrew was like, "Oh, why don't we start read another book to do our married book club, you know?"
Continue.
And we'll read the same book, and because he took a break because I read that ACOTAR, the first book we read together. That was the book club thing like I chose for us. He wasn't super into it, so I was like, "Well, I'm gonna try to at least just tough it out."
Yeah.
And so then I read the second book, and then so I think he read a Dean Koontz book or something. He went to the library.
Palate cleanser.
Yeah, he needed a little palate cleanser.
I love Dean Koontz myself.
Oh, yeah.
I've read a lot of his books.
Yeah, he checked out something. I don't even remember which one, to be honest. And so he was kind of doing that. And then, like I said, I read The Tender as the Flesh, and then now I picked up Dracula on audiobook on YouTube by one of the same readers that I like that did The Secret Garden. So that one's been good. And that kind of had got me in the mood. We watched Underworld.
Yeah.
And then, now I'm doing Dracula. And then, sorry, I guess I went on some tangent rant, got totally off. Oh, we bought Hatchet from Amazon. That's where I was going with all of this.
Hatchet.
It's like a young adult book. It was like a kid's book.
Oh, okay. I saw it on your coffee table.
Yeah, Andrew picked that out for the Married Book Club. And they were brand new. And they were only $7 or something. Real cheap. Because I think we didn't actually buy it from Amazon itself. It was
third party.
Yeah, one of the other actual sellers. How it used to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Old school.
Yeah.
When you could only buy books.
Yeah. So it's cool you found yours too.
Yeah. But I'm but am I going to read it if it's a physical book? I still got the first ACOTAR. I still have to finish Fourth Wing.
Oh, yeah, because I loaned you the first ACOTAR. Yeah, that's right.
I still haven't even read it. But I'm plowing through these audiobooks, man. This is my fifth audiobook.
Oh, man, that's funny. I feel like both of us in our free time have been doing a little, like I said, I did have a reading goal this year. Mm-hmm. So I'm oh no, Filmgazers, but we're talking about books.
I know, right?
Hey, like I said, I did watch Underworld, and we watched Idiocracy, which was still funny, and still eerily accurate.
Yeah, I know. I think about that movie a lot, actually.
Horrible Bosses. We also watched that one.
I watched that one a couple of years ago.
It's fine. For me, for some reason, I don't know, it just kind of stresses me out when I watch it. I know they're supposed to be dumb and not getting away with murder easily, they're dumb kind of guys, but as someone who watches a lot of crime stuff and everything, it's just almost cringe inducing to watch it.
Exactly.
Where I'm oh my god, I'm are you fucking dumb? No, you wouldn't do that if you were gonna murder someone.
And wanted to actually get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. It just kind of irks me sometimes, but overall, if I try to step back from that thought process, I'm it is a funny movie. It's fine. We also watched Flubber, and it is bad. It does not hold up at all.
How do you make a hanky dance?
That's
not from that one anyway. Oh. I think that's from...
It's what is that?
What is the one where Robin Williams is a robot?
Oh, Bicentennial Man.
How do you make a hanky dance? Put a little boogie in it.
Yeah. No. This was just
Remember
Flubber.
how much we used to watch Flubber, though? We used to watch a lot.
Oh, yeah. I remember it was a really popular, family movie that we would watch.
Yeah.
But it's weird. They have, a romantic subplot, but he's kind of a dick. I'm I wouldn't marry him either. He forgets about you all the time. I'd be worry about your experiments. That's cool, dude, but... don't involve me in your life. You can't commit to anything other than your science. Which is fine, but whatever. And then of course it has Shooter McGavin in it. Is the bad guy.
Shooter McGavin.
I think I ever call that man.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then I watched The Princess Diaries. That was a little feel-good film one day.
Those are always good, yeah.
It's always still cute, still holds up. Very much takes me back to my that time frame when I was that age.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, I wasn't a rich little spoiled girl in San Francisco.
No, but I love makeover movies.
Yeah, the makeover, her friend, and the style, you know, like, and just me having memories of watching it when I was, like, that age, you know.
And, like, dressing up like it, like, oh, this is my before and after.
Yeah.
I remember doing that anyway.
Yeah, because I definitely did have, like, the frizzy hair and the... Like, ooh, if I straighten it, look how different I look.
Right. That, because I got a perm and then hated it, and they got a reverse perm, and that fried my hair. So then...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I had lots of hair fiascos as a teen.
That's hilarious. And then last night we did, because it's so funny when we're talking about the book situation, because even last night I was like, man, I've been doing a lot of reading, and, like, we've been still watching The Expanse, but, like, it's mostly been, like, you know, TV shows or something. RuPaul, like, I've been watching season 13, because I was, like, a few seasons behind. Because apparently we're already on 17, but yeah, I started on 13, and there was the one had Utica in it, and I had watched the Project Runway that just came out that had Utica in it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, cool, she was on Drag Race.
Utica was the, really skinny one.
Yeah, she's real tall and lanky and like supposed to be weird and like like more like Carol Burnett-ish always is what she's like.
Okay.
But she was just so like soft spoken and she was like always paranoid of like cultural appropriation. like cause she instead of like Bob Ross is a white guy with a fro. Like that naturally was his hair. Like he had a fro. Like it's fine. And even
he had
RuPaul,
a perm.
Yeah, well a perm, but like it was his real hair and like that's how he styled it. It was fine. No one thinks Bob Ross was culturally appropriating anyone.
Right.
And so Utica made a wig out of stuffed animal squirrels.
Oh, yes.
Like, instead of, like, because she didn't want to, and I'm like, and even RuPaul's like, I think it'd be fine if you just wore a fro. She was like, that was Bob Ross's hair. Like, just like, I feel like this is more insulting. But
You're
okay.
saying that he had dead squirrel hair.
I know. Exactly. It cracked me up. I was like, and she was like really soft spoken. Like she was just very different from how she is in the Project Runway.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's supposed to be some years later, but so it was just I was like, this is not how I expected her drag to be at all.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's not the Utica I know.
I know. Yeah, it was so funny to watch it. But, so I decided though last night where I was like, I need to watch at least another movie. Mm-hmm. So it seems like I've been still film gazing.
I have not been film gazing, I can tell you that.
Oh no. So it's called What Happens After the Massacre, and it's an indie movie. And it was a little drawn out. I'm going to say this, but it's not to insult the movie. It was just, it was a Friday night and I was very tired. And it is a little slow in certain parts, and I did fall asleep towards the end because I was just like, I don't think I care anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. So the pacing could have been a little better. Like, I mean, it's an indie film, but it's actually really well done. It had a lot of funny dialogue. A lot of the actors were very good for an indie. Like, they kind of carried the humor. It's a humor, like a humor horror. It's supposed to be like what happens at the sleepaway camp, like, after the massacre happens. And it's these guys who clean up the crime scenes.
Oh, okay. What was it called?
What Happens After the Massacre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cute. Like, I give them props because you can tell a lot of people weren't professionals. Like, I bet someone's dad was like this one guy, and because his acting was when it get a little rough or kind of tedious, but all the others were trying very hard. And they had, like I said, the script was well done. They had a lot of funny little jokes and quips. I was impressed. Like, yeah, I was like, oh, good job. And I think it just, like, they just released it, I think, like last year or something. It was a newer one. Andrew had picked it out. Like, I don't even remember. I don't even know what we watched it on, to be honest. It was like he had already put it on. And so, yeah, it was really cute. Like, because some indie movies are
hit or miss.
Yeah, it's just hit or miss, you know. And like I said, I give it to anyone who even attempts, even the bad ones. Good job. You know, you fucking committed. That's more than most people can say. So I recommend this one, though. I do.
Nice.
All right, guys, so that's what we've been up to. We want to announce the February theme, the actual picks. We let you guys know it's going to be tragic romance.
A tragic romance.
So we finally made our choices. We're going to go with Brokeback Mountain because neither one of us have seen this groundbreaking film.
Correct. Yes.
I just don't remember why I never watched it. I think, honestly, because it's pretty long.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's like a long romance. And I'm already not like a super romance person. And honestly, Western kind of setting movies are hit or miss for me.
Right.
So I think that's why I just never was like, it's fine. I'm like, oh, Heath Ledger, that's cool. Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at the time it came out, I wasn't like super into romance movies either. And then also I had a kid that was always around me. And I was like, it's probably not appropriate to watch in front of like a little kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know how graphic the love scenes are. You know what I mean?
Like for anything.
For any movie. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you're like, I've just been avoiding romance and Game of Thrones.
Yes, in front of my kid. And then when I get down to it, I'm like, there's other movies I'd rather watch that's not a long romance movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's between a man and a woman and a man and a man.
Yeah.
Unless it's Twilight, then I will make time for that.
Then you made time for that. You're like, I only have it when it's between a human and a vampire.
Yes, then.
Then I'm interested.
Then I'm interested.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll be honest. I think it was just because it was like a 2-hour one. But wait, we're willing for this one this time. Now I'm like, I got it. It's to the point
interested now.
where I'm like, I have to watch it now. Like it's good from what everyone tells
capsule,
me. Yeah,
basically.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, now I know it's years later. I know it's good, and I'm gonna be able to. I appreciate more Western style films as well, more than I did at around the time it came out.
Right, me too.
Because back then, I don't know,
I think it's because we had to watch them so much as a kid.
Yeah, and I always thought the kind of old school ones, certain ones were okay, and then other ones were just so incredibly boring.
Like the spaghetti westerns, I did not enjoy.
I didn't like a lot of the John Wayne ones, to be honest.
Like, did a lot of the spaghetti westerns.
And
the 60s ones.
Yeah, they're not, just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, to me it was just boring.
Yeah, so I'll be honest, that was kind of one of the reasons why I avoided it. I'm like, But I watched, last year, I don't know, whenever it came out, what was it called? Like Hair of the Dog, or the one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Benedict Cucumber Patch. I liked that one. And that one was I'm like, okay. Like, I can open.
I want to see the one where it's got like, is it Regina King? The Harder They Fall, maybe was the name of it. I think it's on Netflix.
I don't know.
That one looked interesting.
That's how little I pay attention to like Western themed films. So maybe I'll
had
explore that
women.
more. Ooh, there we go. Oh, I did like that show for a little bit, Winona Earp.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I did watch that for a little while, and I was like, oh, I kind of dig this. But yeah, she was like rootin' tootin'.
Boot scootin'. Boot scootin'.
The line dancing video.
The Grapevine.
The Grapevine.
That's the only one I can still do.
I know, me too. Boot scootin' boogie.
That is forever how that song is in my head.
Me too. And then we'll round February out with City of Angels. We've been talking about Meg Ryan so much. And then our fave, Nick Cage. So I think that'll be a good round out for that. And we'll announce March at a later date.
To be determined.
So in this episode, we watched 2002's Signs. It was directed, written, and produced by M. Night Shyamalan, as well as produced by Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall and Sam Mercer. They also helped out in there. Starring Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix. I like how this list left off the little girl.
Abigail, is it Breslin or Breslin?
I think it's Breslin.
Okay.
Yes. Cinematography was by Tak Fujimoto. It was edited by Barbara Tulliver. And music was by James Newton Howard. It released August 2nd, 2002. It is 106 minutes with a running time. The budget was $72 million, and the box office was $408.2.
Damn.
So this was boom. This is regarded as one of his best movies, even over 6 Sense.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah.
Like, it is very well regarded. I didn't see too many complaints about it on random reviews I'm looking up. Everyone, generally the consensus is this is probably one of his best films.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 7th highest grossing film of 2002. And it was the director's 2nd highest grossing behind The Sixth Sense. It was also the 2nd film in which he used water as a weakness, because he did The Sixth Sense, then he did Unbreakable, and then he did Signs. So they had everyone just watched him release a movie where water is Bruce Willis's weakness, and then he creates Signs where water is the alien's weakness. And everyone's
Therefore,
like,
Bruce Willis is an alien.
Oh my God, what if that's what he's been implying?
Maybe.
All along.
Maybe.
I didn't see
like
that
Superman.
many facts that I looked up. There
Water
we go.
is his kryptonite.
You just unlocked everything.
A whole other canon.
So the filming had began on September 12th, 2001.
The day after? Damn.
Yeah, so they had a candlelight vigil. It was very much, on their minds during production and everything, I feel like the way this movie captured them, like looking at the TV and looking for the news and this and that, like it very much was replicating kind of what everyone was collectively experiencing.
The kind of like panic.
Post 9/11, yeah. Only it was aliens. That's
right.
basically.
I mean, there's still the unknown then.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Unknown threat.
Unknown to us and especially at that time. So I was like, oh, wow. And to me, this is more genuine because we did War of the Worlds.
Yes.
And I even talked about how Spielberg specifically wanted the 9/11 like found footage thing.
Yeah,
and and then as well as it being about, a single dad and his children, and it came out a few years after it. So after now watching Signs, after watching War of the Worlds, I'm like, Steven Spielberg fucking ripped off M. Night, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is kind of yes, War of the Worlds is already done anyway, and he was just doing a remake. And Signs, you could be said that it is War of the Worlds, to an extent. But it was just so funny. They came out so within, the same time of one another, and even had that 9/11 influence.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm like.
Because what year was War of the Worlds again?
What, 04?
Oh, okay.
It was 04 or 05? Yeah. So, and he did it a little bit after. Because this was 02 technically when it was released, but they filmed it in 01. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I just thought it was odd that they were both like I said, it makes kind of sense for this one because literally they're filming the day after. And then it was already the groundwork that it was with the script and stuff. So, it definitely just like made everything like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like extra pronounced, I guess.
Yeah. Dramatic.
Mm-hmm. So all scenes shot on location were filmed in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. It's known that M. Night usually films in Pennsylvania because that's where he was from. And so he has a preference for kind of trying to shooting in his home state when he could. The scenes of the house in Cornfield were shot inside the campus of Delaware Valley University. It's an agricultural college. And they had 40 acres of land that they allowed them to use to make the crop circles. And the house was built like on there. Obviously a set house, like a set piece house. And then apparently too, they used like a method the production crew did to like grow the corn like a little like extra fast kind of. And I can't remember what they called it. It was some like agricultural practice or I don't know, something like that, like shortcut. And I guess even the agricultural school was like, oh shit, that's cool. And like, I think they even had some of their students like learn from the production crew, like some of the methods that they were using to grow the corn quickly to get the shots they needed.
Nice.
I was like, oh, interesting. I saw a couple of places back that up, but that may not be, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I feel like I did see that on the documentary because there is a behind the scenes like making of documentary that you can find for this film. So that's why I have some fun facts, but I'm not deep diving because I highly recommend actually watching the documentary and watching all the YouTube videos because it is one of M. Night's best movies. He's M. Night, so it's like Sixth Sense, where everything, there's these little hints and these things that all connect, and it's he still makes it fun, in my opinion, when he does his Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Because it's not references necessarily to, like, oh, one of Mel Gibson's other films. Like,
yeah,
he's
right,
not like,
right.
oh, I had a Mad Max figurine, and or some
right.
bullshit. Like, it's things within his own movie that he's referencing, or this or that. So, it's fun. I recommend reading or watching the YouTube videos for those. He was also kind of against using CGI early. In the early 2000s, he wasn't, like, on board with it, like, 100%. He was like, oh, it's like, it looks a little, like, and he's not wrong. Like, I think he was very smart in the early 2000s of choosing how to use it, you know, like, sparingly.
Exactly,
like, for especially for his kind of work that he does anyway. Because he just knew, he was like, this is going to look a little rough later.
Right.
How do I... And it's good he did, because it kind of does make your movie stand the test of time. Because the crop circles they did, normally crop circles have been done in wheat fields. Like, wheat is easier to just bend and do. So that's why he wanted it with corn, because he was like, oh, that'll make it even creepier, kind of, because it is hard.
I always thought it was corn. I always thought it was cornfields.
No, it was always like wheat fields. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. So no CGI was used. They really did make the crop circles.
Nice. That
was, like, important to him for that, as well as, I mean, it's corn, so it feels very kind of American with American corn farmer. And the house also was kind of meant to ooze a slight, like, colonial American vibe. The trim and everything is like an old school, like, red, white, and blue kind of Americana. So that was the vibe that they were giving. Again, 9/11 had just happened too, so they're kind of, wanting to put that little bit of, like, the prideful things in there of, like, let's honor that.
Giving me kind of like Twister.
Yes, yeah.
Kansas kind of vibes.
So James Newton Howard had composed the scores for The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable. So when M. Night wanted to get him in, he was like, don't worry, fam, I'll just start right now. You just give me the storyboards. He literally started writing all the music just by the storyboards alone.
Damn.
He hadn't even seen anything done yet. And I have to say, in my first bit of notes that I had wrote, when the opening stuff, I was like, that fucking music, man.
I know.
It's so good.
You know what? I was like, they just don't do opening sequences like this anymore.
I know, exactly. It was so good.
I was like, what happened to, like, a grand score with a movie?
I know. And that's, man, James Newton Howard fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
So, and knowing that he nailed it, just with storyboards too, I was like, that's a cool fucking fact. That is impressive. And M. Night has also told the cast, he made everyone watch Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. That was a big also inspiration for this. You would think War of the Worlds was like the first inspiration, but no, actually it was The Birds. He mainly wanted an intimate family and a small, like a house, like that kind of setting, which is what mostly The Birds is.
And it definitely has the same, like, unsettling.
Exactly. He wanted that more disturbing, unsettling.
Without showing a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without it being, it's not like a gore fest or anything. So that was some of the fun facts. Like I said, this one, I just highly recommend you go and actually read about this movie because it's so fun. So with that, Jess is going to take it away with the Go Gold Summer.
Everything that Farmer Graham Hess assumed about the world is changed when he discovers a message, an intricate pattern of circles and lines carved into his crops. As he investigates the unfolding mystery, what he finds will forever alter the lives of his brother and children. A unique story that explores the mysterious real-life phenomena of crop science and the effects they have on one man and his family. I want that to read like a side effects.
So what are your memories of this film?
My earliest memories, I mean, I've always liked this movie ever since it came out. Since it came out? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Since it came out. I'm pretty sure we saw it in theaters, 2002. I was like
Nice.
just graduating from high school, so I'm sure that was the movie I saw in.
I remember getting it like I said, on like DVD as soon as it came out. Because again, at the time, I didn't have the means a lot. Wasn't able to go to the movies a ton around that age. But I would save up to at least be able to buy it, you know, for a little cheaper at Blockbuster. Save up a coupon.
I remember watching it because we had the surround sound and the stuff at my mom's house.
Very cool.
And one of my core memories of the movie is them running around the house, like at the beginning.
Yes, I believe I remember watching this with like Aunt Daisy, maybe, like because it would have been around that time. I was already like M. Night is like my new favorite director,
right,
maybe, you know, because
yeah.
after The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, and then seeing how he had made his own home movies like we did, you know, like
that
we were making at that time. Like for me, he was like really influential, and then that's why I always talk. Where I'm like, I love you, M. Night, but yeah, you could have, you know, like he has had a lot of, you could have been a contender. I mean, like, I still went and saw Trapped in theaters, you know, or whatever. Yeah. So, but this is, for me, it was the quintessential.
I think this is my favorite movie he's ever done.
Yeah, it definitely, I think is mine, too.
I loved Mel Gibson back then, too.
Yes, this was kind of before this was before he did Passion of the Christ. Like, it was right at that cusp when he was starting to
It was like prime Mel Gibson.
Yeah, because after this, he kind of got weird to me. And then he went on that drunken rant later, I think.
And he's making more Christ movies.
Yeah, like a bunch of Jesus stuff. I mean, if that's your thing, that's cool. I don't know. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, how many times are you going to tell the same story?
Get some new material. Yeah, and I have a lot of memories. The tinfoil hats, like when they were wearing all of them on the couch together, like that's a very like big moment that I remembered. How little he did use the aliens, like that was what was fun too, is him building that suspense without the
scene of the Brazilian kids.
Yes,
when the alien walks by, that's one of my
definitely
core memories too.
Core memories of it. I forgot though how much the alien's shown in the very end. Well, I mean he's just holding the boy kind of, but I kind of that part I was like, oh shit, I forgot it was like this long. Yeah, like I thought it happened like much quicker. So. That kind of stuck out this time during the rewatch, but I didn't have much of a memory of that one. It was more of the tinfoil hats and I do kind of remember him talking to his wife when she's like pinned to the tree because I remember that being very sad.
Right, that was a pretty intense scene for at the time.
So I had a lot of good memories of this. It had been a while since I'd watched it though. I will say probably like 10 years. You know?
I thought it was pretty recent, but I think it's been like 5 years actually now that I think about it. So it's recent, but 5 years to me, I forget a lot of things.
Yeah, that's a blink of an eye. But I mean, 2020, I'm like, that wasn't that long ago, right? But then I'm like, oh my God, it's been 6 years. But so that's why I said it has to have been at least 10 for me. Like I think I was a couple of houses back. As we like to judge time. Yeah. Yeah, so it had been a little while, so I really enjoyed watching it this time. And I'm like, I'm not going to wait so long to watch this one. Like, I will watch this one more often, I feel like.
See little things every time, probably.
Yeah, it's one of those fun ones where I was like, I forgot her. And this movie was shot so beautifully. Like, the scene setups that he did, just the cinematography was wonderful. I just really, really enjoyed watching it again. So with that, let's just get into it, I guess, shall we? Let me gush about the intro music to start. It was excellent, and it was very Hitchcockian. Yeah. Like, in the birds, like, the credits, the way he did it, like, he nailed that for sure. And then so it's kind of a cold open, with just bump, like the credit or whatever. And then it starts the thing. And again, like every shot is so nice. I really love, so one of the scenes, I didn't talk about it then because I wanted to wait till we got to the notes because they're kind of introducing his character and he was like getting ready in his own bathroom or whatever in like his room. And then he's coming out and then there's the wall and then there's the outline of the cross like taken down. It's one of my favorite scenes, like in terms of like the setup and everything, just how he shot it.
Now you know exactly what's going on.
The off center, like a little bit, like I loved everything about that one specific shot. I was like, bravo. And it still looked really, it was, just a favorite of mine. So then it goes into the children basically being like, I think God did it.
Yeah, I think God did it.
Which I was like, that's creepy.
It was giving very Children of the Corn vibes at the beginning.
It was. It really was. And then he's like, what? And so you kind of figure out, you see there's two children. He has his brother.
Are you in my dream too?
Yeah. I'm like, is this a dream? And they run through the corn, and then, because he's looking for the kid at first, and that's what it is. Because like, where's the fuck are the kids? Because he could hear them or whatever. And then, you go and you see that there's these perfect, like, circle, like, built, and then it zooms out, and you can see it's a crop circle, and you're like, oh, shit, that's crazy.
Oh, shit, that's crazy. It's a crop circle.
The zoom out is very shaky, though, in that very first, like, part. And I feel like it wasn't supposed to be, but it was probably, like, the only, maybe, shot they had for the zoom out, because you gotta think drones probably weren't, like, very big. I don't think in 2002, did we have drones yet? I think they were, like...
Probably not
a thing, but it was probably more like not any average people had them. I don't know. I always wondered, how did they always do those shots like that? Were they just like shooting from a helicopter?
That's
like,
what
back
I always
in the day?
assumed.
Like I always assumed they were doing it
or
that
from
way.
like they have cranes. There's like camera cranes.
That's true. But are they that big?
The camera cranes?
Yeah.
Some of them had like a seat that would like lift the cameraman up.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, there you go.
Or sometimes they just lifted the camera up just to get an angle.
Yeah, but it just did catch. It was very shaky, and I was like, oh, I kind of didn't like that.
Like, that took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah. And then we have the lady sheriff who comes, because I guess he calls them, because he thinks they keep referencing this family that they think is, like, fucking with them. Mm-hmm. But they never 100% say why, do they? Is it just because, like, do they not like Meryl, or...
I think it's just the town...
Ruffians.
Okay,
yeah. That's
scallywags.
Right. Yeah, the scallywags.
The ones that are always, like, getting in shit.
Yeah. So they think it's these people. They call their the local sheriff, who also is in his next movie. She is one of the main characters in, I believe, The Village.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And just pointing that out there.
I thought you were talking about Mel Gibson.
No.
I was like, a Jesus movie?
No. And she reveals, after chatting and then seeing the corn, because she's like, this is weird. The corn, it's not broken. It's just like bent. Like, what the fuck can do that? Mm-hmm. And then she mentions how a lot of the animals have been getting weird. Some are getting scared. Some are getting aggressive. Like, and then, this is the part I forgot about, that they have to kill the dog.
Yes, yeah. That was awful.
Yeah, the stuff with the dogs was like really heartbreaking for
I was
me.
like, when they left this is towards the end, but when they left that dog out there, like, oh, we forgot about Isabella. And I was like,
how
terrible
could you?
Pet owners.
I know. I thought the same thing.
That would have been the first thing I would have done, was brought the dog inside.
I know. For me to love this movie so much, I purposely block the dog parts out.
Yeah, I must have too, because I kind of forgot they even had animals.
Yeah, I did too. Didn't want to know about that. So... that's really upsetting, because they do show that as he's like talking with the sheriff and the kids are back at the house basically with the dog, and the dog had been weird that morning and already like peed on the floor and something, and then I was like, oh no.
It's a sign.
I was like, oh no, I forgot. I was like, they do something to the dog, don't they?
I mean, how traumatizing for that little boy.
I know.
It was his family pet.
I don't like it.
And that little girl, because the dog tried to eat her.
Yeah. But it's a perfect setup. Like, it's a little slower, but it's, like, creepy. And, yeah, like, it's kind of, everything's unsettling.
But it's not too slow. Like, action happens right off. Yep.
And everything's explained to you pretty much. I mean, this is a family in mourning. You are aware that, like, shit's about to happen, like, okay, some aliens are gonna come fuck them up. I forgot to mention, they've already shown the boy using his inhaler. So this is like a lot of the build up, and it all interconnects for the end. And then the little girl talking about the water always being contaminated.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have glasses upon empty glasses around their house constantly. Because she has a tick, basically.
About the water.
About water. And I was like, girl, get a water bottle.
Well, they're drinking tap water. No wonder
I know.
It tastes
I'm like,
contaminated.
drinking tap water in a giant open glass where anything can just fall into it.
Yeah, I get you. It does taste old. I know what that tastes like.
I know.
When you got stale water next to your bed.
I know. The other night I had to take a sip of stale water because I just wanted to take some medicine I needed to take, and then I was like,
like we don't ever have open containers around that we drink out of.
Yeah, no, I do. I'll have like a cup before bed. Yeah, exactly. But then I usually only drink it for that just
that
little bit.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, okay, I'll pick that up in the morning and it'll be done.
But that scene where he looks out the window and he sees the alien like up on the roof.
Yes.
That's so like, ooh.
It was good. Like I jumped. I remember like, oh shit. Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah. Because I just can imagine what that would feel like. And then when they go running around the house. Mm-hmm. What is it? I wrote it down. I am insane with anger.
I'm losing my mind.
Time for a whoop ass. Ass whooping.
Ass whooping. Because they made it very clear that he was a priest. But I'm also like, what denomination is he where he wears a collar, but he has children and he was married?
Be married.
That Episcopalians?
Let me ask. Lutheran, sometimes Presbyterian. These ministers, often called vicars or pastors, wear the collar to signify their pastoral role while being married and having families.
Oh, okay. Like the Vicar of Dibley. Like the BBC show.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, because she wore a collar.
Episcopalian.
Oh, okay. So Episcopalian.
Lutheran, Presbyterian, rural settings, traditions often have smaller community-focused churches and rural small towns.
Okay. So he could be any one of those. That's where I was just like, wait. Yeah, so I believe he calls the cop again to tell them about the man they saw. Then they're like, oh.
He was on a roof this time.
But then she makes a weird thing because she's like, oh, why is it not a lady? But like,
that was stupid.
It was a weird, and I'm sorry. When I was talking about the consensus of this being his best, I totally blanked out because I meant to mention this. Was the only complaints I did see were more about like the little parts of dialogue like that. Like, I think that is also one thing that he does a disservice to himself and his work sometimes, is him insisting to write the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I really think if he had another script writer that he like would co-write with, because his ideas are great, like usually, like overall you're like, oh, that's a good movie idea.
Yeah,
like,
but maybe you just need somebody to write a little bit better dialogue.
Yes, someone to help him with that, because those scenes with her a little bit were like, ugh.
I was like, God damn you, Sheriff. Like, you're an idiot. Well, how come? Well, I'm just saying this woman caused a ruckus because they didn't have her ciggies. He's like, what the fuck?
Like,
does this have to do?
Like, I know if a grown-ass man was jumping on my goddamn roof.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking. And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, Sheriff, that was rude of me, or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is a weird scene. Like, that was kind of one of the weirder scenes in the movie.
And it lasted too long.
It did. Basically, it's all for her to be like, y'all need to get into town, get a little self-care.
Yeah. Get out there. The world's ending. You got to get out there and live a little.
Well, this is kind of before everyone knows, right?
It's kind of
like people are like, oh, some stuff's happening, or the animals are being weird, or like certain things, but I don't think it's on the news yet.
Okay, I thought they had already seen like the lights or something.
No, not yet. I think that's a little before, because they go in the pizza parlor and they have to introduce the guy who fell asleep at the wheel and killed his wife, which I love that they made sure that was they're like, it wasn't drunk driving. He fell asleep.
Because it's M. Night.
He's not a real bad guy. But I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like if you just fall asleep at the wheel and you're not drunk, it kind of is worse.
Well, he said he's never done it before or after.
I'm like, it
was meant to be.
And that's another scene where the dialogue is fucking weird. Where you're like, why would you killed his wife and you're gonna fucking look him in the eye and say, oh, it was like it was meant to be? Shut the fuck up. Those are your inside thoughts. Mm-hmm. You keep them to yourself.
All because his wife can be dying and be like, oh, Swing away, Johnny.
Yeah, I can tell everyone what to do when the aliens attack.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
I had to die for that? Like, you couldn't just tell me during a dream? I had to be severed? I had to be decapitated from the waist down for me to be able to get that information.
Yeah, it's basically
Like, you have to sacrifice something.
Yeah, it was really fucked up. You have kind of like a Silent Hill, I feel like, moments with the baby monitor, like when. And another little
that was
fun,
super creepy.
Another fun fact was the signal gets stronger when the family's all together. Like, that's another little thing. Like that. Yes, if you notice in the 2 times, it's like when they were all in the car together and then they're holding it up and then that's when they can hear it more and things like that. So he does little tiny things like that. Like, that's what he should stick with and then get someone to help him with the dialogue.
I did think it was a little silly scene when they're all like holding it up and like, oh, the girl's got to get up there too. Like, I thought that was
like,
so
it
silly.
looks like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so I think you're right about, I think they knew something was going on, but he wasn't letting them watch TV.
Right.
That's what was happening. So that's why they went
to
to town. Yeah, because he's like,
because he went to the pharmacy and he met the girl that was at the pharmacy.
Oh, yes.
Was the nurse that was in Nurse Jackie.
I thought she looked familiar and I was like, I can't place her. I was like, but that's a very young version of someone I've seen in something later, I think. Oh, that makes sense. Jackie. It's funny. So yeah, so finally though, they do like turn on the news. Sorry, I'm like reading my notes. So there is the giant cornfield scene where again he awakens or not awakens, but it's at night. Oh, he was feeding the other dog because Isabella is still alive at this point. And he hears
on a very short leash outside.
Yes, very sad. And he again kind of goes running through. And then he sees a little alien gam.
little leg action.
Yeah. And that's when he's like, okay, we need to turn on the news. And then this is when you're getting all of those scenes basically start getting intermixed. Again, it's kind of a slow setup. It's a weird one to review in that respect with, like, I'm not trying to go in, like I said, into overdrive with his little... Easter eggs and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you just need to watch the movie and kind of appreciate that for yourself. And I don't want to give them all away, but it kind of just goes back and forth, I guess, for a while. Is that what kind of how you would describe it? Of them just like figuring out and knowing that the aliens are kind of invading. Like the kid gets a book, and to learn about what people suppose they might know.
Right.
And then I love how though, as the movie progresses, he goes from kind of scoffing to being like, what does the book say? Like referring to it.
They're like, oh my God, that looks like our house. And
yeah.
Like, there's a father and 2 children dead on the ground.
Dead on the ground.
And then the little girl has some kind of ability, apparently, because she has visions, and she's like, I dreamed this happened.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I don't want you to die. She like kept saying that about her brother.
But that is something that's kind of a loose end a little bit, because it's like, oh, okay, does she just have vision? Like, they don't expand upon that, but is it supposed to be important, or is it just she was also getting signs, like everyone else?
I guess she was also just picking up the signs.
Yeah. So yeah, aliens be everywhere eventually to that point. Like, so we have it's supposed to be the Brazilian broadcast or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Then they show it in I think it was in LA or somewhere where they're like, oh, you can see a bird stop. And then it drops because there's something there and they know they're invisible. And that was a big thing, too, that he wanted to try to make them invisible the whole time. But, again, the technology, it wasn't quite how... He didn't want, I guess, a Predator, I think, situation. Yeah. So that's why they did it how they did it.
I felt like it kept up the suspense better.
It did. Anyway. And there were a few scenes where, I'm like, oh... Yeah. I didn't, because I didn't remember what happened necessarily. So I am
like, ooh,
kind of on the edge of my seat a little bit. Ooh, what's going to happen?
I did think it was funny when he went over there and the alien was in the guy's pantry.
Yes.
And his little alien fingies.
And that made me jump. That got me. Because I knew it was going to happen. And then I still was like, ah!
Chomped down the alien fingies.
And
then he came back for revenge.
I know. Well, all I was thinking was, this is why you should have killed that alien. I get it. But the one thing wrote in my notes about this that would be a big, in my opinion, like plot hole kind of. I'm like, y'all are farmers. You have guns.
Right. Even if you're
a priest or a preacher, whatever, you're on a farm, you're going to have a gun.
Right.
Like, it just, end of story. Like, a hunting rifle. Like, I'm not saying you got to have an AK. Like, but you are going to have some kind of firearm.
You need some kind of protection.
Yeah. And, well, just because depending on, too, if you do have certain farm animals or,
what if there's snow and you can't get to town? You might have to go shoot something for food.
Yeah. Well, coyotes, they have dogs. Like, what if someone's attacking your dog? Like, some animal. Like, I mean, you would have a rifle of some kind.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what kind of perturbed me the most about this. Because I'm like, I would have had my rifle, like, with me at all times, and then I would have shot that fucking alien.
Exactly.
Through the pantry door. Don't gotta worry about it. You can see a shadow.
You know when he's stopping, and then bam, bam.
Yeah, so that was one of my bigger gripes. Because I'm like, you're out on a farm. Old Mcdonald had a farm. And he also had a firearm.
Old Mcdonald had a firearm.
Pew, 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 pew.
You know what I did think was funny? When his kid was having the asthma attack and they didn't have his medicine in like the basement. And he was like, hold on to him. He's like, I hate you.
I know.
And I was like, the kid's going to think you're talking to him. I know. He don't know you're talking to God, dude.
Again, the awkward dialogue, too.
I hate you.
And I like to, because up until that point, even when he chops the little alien fingers off, before he does that, he was basically like being like, what does he say? We're going to get the paddy wagon. And he even knows how ridiculous it is. Because he is so in denial. Like, he is still like, no, their aliens cannot possibly, this cannot possibly be happening. Which is also very similar to kind of the War of the Worlds, at first, where even Tom Cruise is like, what the fuck, this cannot be happening, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. So yeah, just complete denial. And then when you get into the basement, and then after he cuts the fingers off too and stuff, I think he's pretty positive then at that point where he's like, I can't be denying it anymore. And then the newscast, like shit has hit the fan. So it does culminate. It's, like I said, slower pace, but like you said, not too slow. There is enough action between that connects it enough to where it has a good flow. And it's only, again, like it's only like an hour,
like
45 minutes. Yeah.
Not bad.
So, not bad. Because I did think this one was like a 2-hour long one. And then I saw that and I was like, oh, it's not as long as I remember. So it was just that the way he captured the pacing, and he can build you up and then brings you down a little bit. So it builds up to this culmination. And again, similar to War of the Worlds. And I believe he was even quoted to say this, where it was like, the ending's pretty quick. Like, once you get to it. Like, the aliens are able to be defeated kind of and leave very rapidly.
Right.
To where it's almost like a whiplash, kind of moment for even as the viewer.
Exactly.
Where you're like,
and they're defeated at the end.
Yeah. And then you're like, whoa, did all that just happen? But I mean, it's kind of like that's how they would feel too, right?
You just hole up for a little bit and like hide, wait it out.
Yeah. What is the average person going to do?
Exactly.
And I like that we did both of these like together this month, because again, War of the Worlds kind of showed you if you're in a more urban environment and everything and you're needing to travel, like kind of that situation. And then this one is you're rural and you're going to hole up, like you said. Like,
exactly.
and then what are you doing in that situation? And I almost find this one would be more scary because you almost know less.
Exactly.
And you are more disconnected. But once they find out, and then like I said, when it's all culminating and they're watching the news reports, and then the one says, oh, now more ships are showing up, like where the crop circles were.
And they're like, oh my God, it's my back fucking yard.
Exactly. Like, that to me was the best. Like, I was like, oh, like I could feel my stomach drop.
Right.
Like, where I was like, oh shit, that's right. Like, it was good.
Yeah.
Like, that was very good. Because they have a moment where they were discussing if they should leave, because they talk to Ray and they foreshadow it because this is the character M. Night plays. They don't seem to like water. Like, he has noticed enough on the maps of where the crop circles have popped up.
Nowhere near water.
That they're nowhere near water. So it sounds like then even the aliens were aware that this was a huge weakness for them possibly, and they came to a water-based planet.
Right.
Seems a little odd. But again,
and so did we ever find out why? Were they here to harvest humans, in fact?
That's what he believes. But again, you're like, oh, he's reading some book. And they are, and then the news reports are saying they are kidnapping people, but you still don't know. Right. So, and I enjoy that it's not answered, to be honest, because that would be what you would know. That would be the truth.
How would you know what they're there for?
How would you know? Exactly. You wouldn't. Like, you can gather some little tidbits, but it's not like War of the Worlds where like you see them, they're doing all their red stuff and like fully kind of going with their plan. This one doesn't quite work out that way. So I kind of like that it wasn't explained though. Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, that's when you're like, shit's the fan, and then they're having to go in the basement. They do try to make everything safe. And again, you had that one scene with they're coming within the crop circles, and you're like, oh my God. And then the next is them trying to prepare, battering down the hatches, and then they hear something on the roof, and then the moment when he sees that they didn't close the attic door. Yeah. And then again, that was the exact same moment I felt just earlier. I was like, oh God!
You're like, oh no.
Oh no!
And then when they're like, wait a minute, they're not trying to break in the door. They're trying to distract us from the other entry.
Yep. And then that scene, and it's so dark, and then it goes to the Culkin boy in front of the grate. I was like, oh my, and then again, you get hit again with that same gut-wrenching, like, oh God. And then you see the hand appearing, and you're like, oh shit.
And that's when it's almost like that found footage kind of.
And scene. that scene stays with me too, because like even just how the lighting was done. Yeah, I feel like this whole film also had kind of a grainy filter to it, but not overly grainy either. It's hard to describe, but it's like almost a desaturated slightly,
almost like an over brightness, or contrast between like the light and the dark a little bit.
Yeah,
and because there was like a lot of half shadows on the face.
It was, but it was warmer, and that's why I liked it. Again, I'm going to compare it to War of the Worlds, which had that awful oversaturation for me in the lighting. This one to me, I liked it. It was kind of dark without having to be dark. And it wasn't overexposed the fucking light. Right. But I think it had that cool. Had a very cool filter kind of and the build up of what it brings to the scenes, because you're like, anticipation.
Now we'll say that basement scene was 100% better than the whatever basement War of the World scene.
Yeah. I agree and the basement scene is basically where everything starts culminating of they've been out for 12 hours. You find out they were sleeping for a while because they were trying to conserve battery. And at that point, they have maintained to where the aliens can't get in so far that, they've blocked it off. Although I am surprised that they were able to just fall asleep for 12 hours and these aliens weren't still trying to get in. Yeah. Or I guess, who knows how soon though after they actually had, were asleep, because they could fall asleep and then, the aliens... Obviously, there were still some left because, again, though, this is where, like I said, the end happens very quickly because then they realize they have to figure it out. Can they open it or not? And Joaquin Phoenix goes up there. And I don't like how he just kind of stands around. He's like, oh, seems like the coast is clear. I'm like, you have 2 children.
And he didn't even check. And why bring them up there? I thought they were just going to go get the medicine and bring it back down to him. Yeah,
I would have instantly been like, okay, well, you need to just get the medicine first. Yes. Do that. That should be your
children,
first priority.
I'll go get the medicine. We'll come back down and get him situated first. Exactly. And then we'll still hold up down here a little bit. And then we'll clear the house before we, for sure. Bring the children up.
Yes, exactly. That was that was very frustrating in that part. Because then, of course... The alien whose fingies he's chopped just has the boy just holding him and has his little thing that comes out of his wrist, his little poison gas, because they had known that much as well from some of the reports. And then he's already been having asthma fucking attacks and trouble. And that is how they explain away that he didn't die from the toxins. Because
that's why he had asthma.
His lungs were closed because of his asthma. So he couldn't bring in the poison. So it was fine. It was just all blown around them and no one was affected.
Right. At all. Not like pepper spray where it can...
Right.
Somebody's eyes from across the room.
Yeah. So, and then this is where the swing away, comes into play. It's his rosebud.
I don't care. I still like this
I
scene.
did still like it.
It still got me like,
we're like, swing away, Meryl.
Swing away.
And they disintegrate the alien with the Wawas.
He got Wawa in the face and it kills him.
And then, like I said, at that point, they had also turned on the TV and information was back on again. So that is always a good sign. Because they do kind of show that, too, of how there's that moment when all cable and broadcasting ceases.
Yeah, and that's scary,
when
too.
You know.
That would be gut-wrenching also.
It would be, because that's when you're like...
fuck, we're under attack.
The real shit has hit the fan now.
Yeah.
Like, if certain things, even like the news, aren't going business as usual, you're fucked.
I know. I think we need to get a little game plan going.
I know. It's I will say too, after watching these, like, again, these were alien movies, but they both kind of were referencing, kind of other stuff and ideas and everything.
Because sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna rack up that fucking Lowe's card and stock my shit with all kinds of like emergencies and stuff.
Like when this country falls, Lowe's credit don't matter.
Exactly.
I know, I am to that point where I'm like, I'm not a prepper. Like, I'll be honest, I'm even kind of a bad Floridian. Sometimes I don't even have, like, a hurricane thing.
I have nothing. I'm like, I don't even have a flashlight, I don't think.
I think for me, though, most of the time, like, if it's, like, a weather event, I mean, we know enough in advance where I'm like, if it's real bad, if it's going to be bad like that, I'm just going to leave. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not one of those people I'm going to stay. Like, if it's, like, a cat 6, and I'm like, I'm fucking leaving with my cats,
Well,
dude.
the thing is, we got too many cats. I can't.
You got a ton of cats. Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Leave all my cats behind. Just take like 2. Like that's not gonna be fair.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, that's the way
I've
always looked at it. You gotta stay with the cats.
You gotta stay behind the cats. He knows that's his lot.
But so I think it's safe to say we'll both be watching this film again.
Mm-hmm.
Both enjoyed it.
Still enjoyed it. Yes.
But we talked about our qualms with it. Obviously, it does have some of its flaws, despite probably being one of his best films.
Yeah.
I think I need to go back and watch The Sixth Sense, though. Just because I feel like the dialogue may have been better. But I can't... it's been a long time I can't confirm nor deny
I don't
that.
think it is, because I feel like it was around the same time that I watched The Sixth Sense, like 5 years ago as well. And I remember there was like a lack of dialogue.
You're right. It probably is. It was just a little more quiet. It was a very visual kind of film. So maybe that's why it did feel like his, the way he writes, it wasn't as obvious.
As noticeable.
Yeah.
I do want to say a funny story about Signs with the baby monitor. So the whole baby monitor, it sounded like that. One time when Gabriel was a baby, and like sudden storm had popped up, and we had the baby monitor in the window and the other one obviously in his bedroom. He was taking a nap, and all of a sudden there was a lightning strike.
Oh my God.
And I don't know if it struck the baby monitor or if it was just right outside, but it started making noises just like fucking Signs. Like it was making that and like click, 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 click.
Oh God.
And immediately my first thought, because Dave was in the kitchen and I was sitting on the couch and we looked at each other, and I don't know what he thought, but my thought was aliens are trying to take my baby. That was my immediate first thought. And I'd never ran, like we were like running down the hallway, like threw open that door, and he was just like sound asleep, and I was like, oh dear God. Oh, because that's what, he went over there and like unplugged the baby monitor and it was still going.
Oh.
Like it was still going even after it was unplugged, and we're like, aliens trying to take my babies!
Yeah, it probably struck really close.
Yeah,
or
close
like,
enough that it got a charge.
Like, a lot of energy was in the air.
Yeah, but it was
Oh
terrifying. Like, my heart was in my asshole.
I can imagine, especially for, like, a new parent.
Yes.
And you're already, like, all the
3 months
hormones.
old.
Yeah, are still, like, raging in your system.
It was... Now I'm like, what kind of coincidence is that it struck that, made that kind of sound?
It sounded like Signs aliens.
And I was like, this is a sign! Because I believe in signs. I'm in group 1 for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good actually discussion point. Yeah, no, I would say I'm probably group 2.
I know you're group 2. That's why we work together so well.
Yeah, because I'm like, I think a lot of times it is just luck. I would love to believe that there are signs. I want to believe girly. I don't already believe. I want to believe, but I'm not quite convinced yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say I'm more of, which is so funny then, because this movie is all about having faith and hope. And I love it, but I'm like, I don't believe any of that.
I don't believe any of that trash.
That's why it's fiction and fun to watch for me.
You're like, it's sci-fi fantasy. It's not real.
Yeah, I would love to be in group 1. So let us know which group you're a part of.
Yeah, group 1 or group 2.
And well, that was Signs. And as always, you can find us at Filmgazers on the social medias. And we have our link tree now available.
And it's actually in the show notes.
Oh, look at that. In the show notes and on our social media. You can go there. You can find out where you could buy us a popcorn. Among our Redbubble, where you can buy some funny stickers if you want. We have like a Later Taters one. All that good stuff.
I have a Feels Delicious to Be So Vicious sticker. Ganora.
Got a little Ganora up in there.
I got a honk honk bitch.
The greatest hits.
Yeah. If you know, you know kind of stickers.
Yes. And we are getting ready for 100 episodes.
Yes.
And we don't have anything planned yet. Some stuff happened to where we had some time carved out, but there was a scheduling conflict. Yeah. So we will be getting back to everyone with more updates on that, because we do want to try to do something special and kind of fun for it. So just be on the lookout, Bolo.
Oh, I say bolo. All I can think about is those
a little
ties.
bolo tie.
Because I had one.
Oh,
do you remember I had a vest and I had a little bolo tie?
Vaguely.
We went on vacation somewhere. I don't remember, but me and my mom were matching. We got our little bolo ties and little cowboy hats.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I feel like that's something
I think I was like 10.
Peggy Hill would wear.
It was definite Peggy Hill vibes,
it was
for
definite
sure.
Peggy Hill.
And we're like, how cute we look. Went out to dinner wearing our little matching outfits.
Scoot, boogie.
Get around. Boat, scoot, boogie.
No. Oh, that's so funny. All right, guys. So yeah, that's where you can find us on all the socials. And if you want to help us out, and what would help us out even more is just leaving a review. Literally, that's it. I mean, you could just do the star system. You don't even have to actually write anything if you don't want to, but that would also be appreciative. So yeah, guys, we would appreciate that.
And again, it's appreciated.
Oh, did I mention that we would really appreciate it? Time to hit the dusty trail.
Until next time.
Later, taters. Boom, scootin' boogie.